Welcome back to my channel. I am Devansh Pathak and you are watching Jain Academy. So we have not uploaded a video since months. Now we are going to start with the class 9 science. I will cover the previous classes afterwards, but now we are going to start with the class 9th. So our first chapter is of biology, which is the chapter number 5th of your textbook, Fundamental Unit of Life. So this chapter is very big and we have to cover it in different parts. In first part, we are going to see the an overview of cells. In this chapter, we are going to basically discuss about the cell, its organelles. Now, what are organelles? Organelles are the specialized part of every cell that perform their essential tasks in form of organs. These organs help us to perform essential tasks like respiration, digestion, etc. And so the cells have the organelles that work these. And cells are the smallest unit of life. If someone asks you what is a cell, you can simply say cell is the smallest unit of life because the life starts from a cell. A cell forms our whole body, our whole organs. Muscle cells form muscles, and the neurons or the nerve cell forms our the neurosystem and etc. So if someone asks, you can say cell is the smallest fundamental unit of life. Now, who discovered the microorganisms? Who discovered that there is the cell? Robert Hooke first discovered a cell in 1665 under his self-made microscope. At that time, the microscope was not discovered. He made his self microscope and discovered it in a cork cell. He discovered a cell in the cork cell on a bark of a tree, but it was dead cell. After some years, Anton von Leeuwenhoek came with a better microscope and discovered a living cell in the pond water in 1674. So, whatever we are going to study in this whole chapter, all the parts, I think you should note it so that you could learn this before your examinations easily. Next, we have the other discoveries. Robert Brown discovered nucleus. Now what is nucleus? Nucleus, you can say, uh, it is the king of the cell that let the other organelles work properly. Purkinje discovered protoplasm in 1839 that we are going to discuss in the next video. Schleiden and Swan proposed cell theory. Now, what is cell theory? Schleiden said that all the animals are formed by cells, and Swan said that all the plants are made up of cells. So, this is the cell theory which was discovered in 1839. Virchow said that all cells arises from pre-existing cells. Now, if someone asks you where did the cell come from, so this cell arise from the pre-existing cells. Now, you have studied in the previous class that a cell divides in two, these two divide in four, and then it multiplies. So this is how the cell multiplies and arises. Now there are two types of organism, unicellular and multicellular. So unicellular have a single cell, means they do not have much cells like us. They have a single cell that perform the all the tasks of its body. For example, bacteria and yeast. Whereas multicellular, the biggest example of multicellular is us humans, because our whole body is made up of cells. Our muscles are made up of muscle cells. Our skin is made up of cells. Our neuron system is made up of neurons, which is the nerve cell, and much more. So, for example, you can say plants, animals, etc. So, this is an overview of animal and plant cell. There is there is not much more difference, but it has some basic differences, like the vacuoles. Vacuoles, we are going to discuss all the organelles of every cell, plant cell and animal cell, in the next part of this video. And Here you can see uh, that the plant cell in green color has a boundary. So this is the cell wall that keeps in its shape, whereas animal cell and plant cell both have a nucleus, a smooth endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome, cytoskeleton, and these all we are going to discuss in the next video. And it differences also, like the animal cells do not have plastids like the plants. Animal cells do not have cell wall like the plants. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you and have a nice day. In the next video, we are going to discuss about the organism. So make sure to subscribe my channel and like all my videos so that you get notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you and have a nice day.